speaking of girls, Lennox has asked me not once but twice if he's going to talk to that girl today.
Where's your girl?
Where's your girl?
No, I know. So when we woke up this morning, I was like, wow, I can't believe you made a new friend in a pandemic. That's like really hard to do. You must have a great personality. And she's like, what are you talking about? And I was like, your friend Lennox from the Monday Night Live last night? And she was like, oh. And I said, are you guys friends? And she goes, I don't know. Say him my friend? And I was like, I think you're friends. And I said, well, do you still want to Zoom?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was so cute.
They're so cute. And every day she gets like taller and bigger to me and less babyish. And I'm like, oh no, my baby.
I know. I've been having some serious baby fever. Like, not that I would ever want to go back and do that all over again, because we're in a really sweet spot right now, but oh god, it's so they're just
I love a baby too. It's really bad.
It's terrible
because their little necks smell good, that little heartbeat on their sad little scalp.
Yes.
It's scary and amazing. That little tiny wrinkled foot. That small butt.
All of it. Oh, I miss just like sitting on the sofa holding a baby while they sleep, and then they do that.
Oh, I love that. And the nursing all day, we're just whipping our titties out and feeding the baby. That's what I'm doing. I'm doing my job as a person in the world. What are you doing? I'm feeding the baby. I love that shit.
I love that too. I miss that escape from like family dinners and holidays. Like, oh, sorry, baby's got to eat. And even though I didn't mind nursing in front of everybody, I would always escape to another room and like, my kids were so efficient. I mean, they would be in and done, back asleep in no time, but I would stay 30, 40 minutes, hang out.
And say that you were doing stuff, 100%. Justin Beck, which we still don't like, and we never got him out of this bad habit, did not like me nursing in public.
Oh, really?
And I would have to shut his ass down at every turn. Be like, okay, well, I can.
Yeah.
If I want to, and you're not going to tell me that I can't. I get it. You're weird, and you don't want me to do it in front of your family, but fuck you.
Yeah.
And I would have to make it very clear, like, I'm leaving the room because you're a bitch, not because I want to or have to.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you don't want to leave whatever's going on. And in that case, I would just grab my I love that muslin swaddling blanket, and I just throw that shit on. And one time we were out to brunch with friends, and I was just like, hold up, let me do this real quick. And latched Quinn and sat at brunch, and I'm sure it made everybody else uncomfortable, but I really don't give a fuck because I didn't want to go stand. But the baby was covered. The baby was covered, but I think for some reason sometimes it makes people feel uncomfortable, but like I don't want to stand in a bathroom stall at a restaurant and nurse my baby.
Disgusting.
I hate that.
Why would I feed my baby in a toilet? Would you eat a sandwich in the toilet?
Yuck. No. Doo-doo crystals.
I'm one of those people, though. Like, if I see a mom nursing in public, I make it a point to be like, big ups, respect, love you, hey, do that shit, yeah, baby. Like, I'm annoying. Yeah. And I cannot stand people that are upset about breastfeeding in public, and I'll make it very clear that I don't like you.
Right.
If you want to have a stink about it.
Yeah. Yeah. I think it's totally something that you should do wherever you want to do.
100%. How do I pause this?
How do you pause what?
And then pause this conversation and then pick it back up because I have to pee again.
Oh, sorry. For Christ's sake, you got a problem?
I know. I think I do. Hold on. So if I pause it.
Pause it.
And then I come back and press play, it'll be recording still.
Actually, maybe stop it.
Okay. Okay, y'all, just real quick. It's Melissa here. So check it out. I went pee, right? And then I came back and didn't press the right buttons. So we ended up only recording Amanda's track for 25 whole minutes without my track. So this is the part of the episode where I'm going to say, sorry about that, my bad. But you should know that in the 25 minutes that you missed, I basically harassed her like I normally do, into trying to have a fourth child because, you know, we love babies. And it's, as it turns out, she was open to having a fourth child, but Chris said no because college tuition costs too much because, you know, Chris is lovely and was thinking about that type of stuff.
Listen, I tried. I tried, and I told Chris that I wanted another one, and Chris was like, do you know how much college costs? And I was like, yeah, but don't limit your family just because you don't want to pay for a fourth college tuition. Like, we could figure it out. And he's like, very much like, kids are fucking expensive. The 3 that we have are really expensive. I feel like after Lennox was born, oh, bless you, I felt like we're complete, right? But
Amanda also, you know, said she's in her sweet spot where now is the time where all of her kids will be school-aged and she could go back and live her life and do real work and this and that. And I wasn't hearing all that. You know how I do.
Here's the thing. I am finally, as are you, at a point in life where our days are not dictated by naps. You can actually enjoy yourself next summer at the pool because you don't have to be on death watch at all times. You can be out past 9 o'clock with your kids and know that they can hang for at least another hour at least. So we're at this great point where they're more self-sufficient. They can do stuff
So 25 minutes you missed. That's basically all that happened, and now the episode can pick back up where I realized that, oh shit, I'm not recording. If you're new here to this podcast, you should know that we're usually not this raggedy. That shit was my fault, sorry. If you go back and you listen to the other episodes, there won't be a big old mistake like this again. Sorry, that was my bad. I will do 70 lashings. Sorry. Okay, back to the show. So I'm saying for regular homeschooling or whatever, like when you look up all the rules and shit, they're saying kindergartners should not be doing more than 30 minutes, you know, sitting for an assignment at a time. And then the max for the day or whatever it is 3 hours, but not a consecutive 3 hours sitting there. So I don't know how. I mean, I too was prepared to just sit there all day from 8 to 2.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know how that's going to work.
I'm not really sure. I reached out to, I think what I'm going to try to do is we have a little kindergartner down the street. And so my hope is that maybe we can get the kids together and do stuff together, and try to make it more social. Mm-hmm. Apparently the kids are going to have virtual playtime together throughout the week with their classmates. So they'll all have an activity that they can do together on a Google Hangout. But I'll be really interested to see, you know, how much, I think I'm trying to prepare myself for the fact that it's probably going to be more offline led through me because I can't be certain. He was having a hard time sitting for a 15-minute FaceTime today. So who knows?
Yeah, I actually sent Justin on a wild goose chase for hula hoops because Jen and Claire, my 2 friends, they also have kindergartners and I have a big yard. So I was I bought hula hoops. And so depending on how hard they're pushing for these kids to sit in front of a computer, I said, come Friday, I'm cool with not logging in there at all and scheduling our kids to social distance play in the backyard, masks. Here's your hula hoop. I don't know if I'll have Shalom load or lead as Simon says or whatever. But like babies got to play with each other.
Right.
Not breathe in each other's face and touch necessarily, but like we're going to create our own little virtual remote kindergarten class with other babies, and so their moms will come to the backyard with masks on. Here's your hula hoop. Once I assign you your hula hoop, that's your hula hoop. Don't forget it when you come back to the Beck house. Don't.
I think that's helpful though. Like I reached out after last night and Lennox just broke my heart into two pieces saying that like he's really sad and he misses Parker. I did text his mom today and said, hey, listen, I know you guys have a medically fragile kid and I respect that. But if you are open to, or if you guys have been doing like masked play dates outside, please. And she was like, I was actually just going to text you. I guess she's been letting her middle have some play dates. And so Parker is sad that he doesn't get to do that. Yep. So we're going to meet up on Friday when Lennox is done with school. And then I texted my girlfriend, Jenna, whose daughter is a year younger than Bennett and her son is a year younger than Lennox. And I was like, listen, why don't we just have a standing date once a week where we just get all the kids together and let them play and run and we can just flip-flop houses. So I'm trying to find more of that like pod mentality where the kids are getting to do something.
Right.
Because I'm not sure, like it's not sustainable to think that I can go another 12 weeks without any kind of social contact for them.
I know. And Shalom at the end of, so what, they did school March to June just on the computer?
Yeah.
The first week of June, Shalom was like stressed out, like she runs an accounting firm. Like she was like, this is crazy. I'm logging into a classroom every hour on the hour. Then I have a 2-hour meeting here. I mean, she's like, am I really going to do PE? I can't do specials, Mom. I'm not doing specials. I'm not playing the violin on camera. I'm not doing it. And after a while, I was just like, you know what?
Yeah. You
only have to log in when the teacher is there and giving you an actual lesson. And I was like, and you need to turn your assignments in on time. So like when it came to like the last 3 weeks of school, I stopped her from running ragged. She was trying to log in here and log in there, and it was an all day thing. And I was like, my kid is upset.
Right.
And it's not worth it.
Yeah.
And whatever she learned, whatever math she learned or whatever, she don't know that shit now.
I know.
This is why.
And that's.
They should have just looped the children.
Yeah.
They should have said, guys, incoming kindergartners, sorry, moms, figure out what you're going to do with your kids. There's no kindergarten just yet. Everybody, you're going to keep your teacher. So I know you're going into 6th grade, but whatever we picked up on March virtual learning, we're just going to start that in September. Yeah. We're going to start back to that. If these are your same friends, this is the same Google password. And we're going to do this until we figure out when it's safe for everybody to go to school. That's what they should have done. Yeah. They wouldn't have had to have all this shit.
Yeah, it's definitely interesting. I'm still really pleased with the way that the schools handled it. And I even said something today to Lennox's teacher saying like, you know, hopefully he can come back second quarter and be there in person. And she even, just like you said, she was like, it's not the environment for kindergarten that like he's not coming in here and going to have an experience like kindergarten used to be.
So she was honest.
And I was like, she was honest. Yeah. She was like plexiglass, masks, you know, no touching, no playing. And I was like, oh. So I told Chris, I said, maybe then he stays home all year, depending on what happens. Maybe he's the one that stays home and maybe the other two get to go back and he just starts fresh in 1st grade.
I said, I'm already mentally prepared for Shira to redo kindergarten next year.
Well, you have that advantage because she's young.
Yeah, she's only 4.
She's a young kindergartner.
Justin Beck was held back, and he's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
And also, if she did it virtual, she never met these children in person. Her little preschool friends that she had are all scheduled and slated to go to an entirely different school anyway, so she wasn't going to be with them regardless.
Right.
And it's a big deal.
Yeah. Yeah. See, with Lennox, I can't because he's going to turn 6 in November. I mean, he would be super old.
That's okay if he's a 23-year-old high school senior. He'll be fine.
He's like buying beer for everybody.
Guys, don't trip. I got it.
He would. That's the problem.
But I mean, that's really, I'm looking at this as just, I'm really more focused on getting Shalom and Maja through it without them hating school.
Yes.
Because really, liking kindergarten is extremely important.
Yeah.
If you don't like kindergarten, because I remember kindergarten. I remember Miss Toma, my first kindergarten teacher, and how she had, a short brown bob with long bangs, and she used to wear a red sweater. It was fuzzy, and she liked me, and she was nice to me. Aww. I know exactly what she looked. She looked like Jean-Benet Ramsey's mom. But it's important for a baby to have a good experience as their first time in kindergarten, which is why, even if it was safe, even if all the protocols didn't have to be, I just can't see Shira doing well in an environment where the teacher greets her in a hazmat suit. That's crazy to me.
Yeah. Well, I think, and too, like, you know your kid. I'm sure there are some kids who could go in and, what I want to say, adapt easily because they don't know any differently. Even if they did go to preschool prior to, there might be some kids out there that do just fine. And I'm sure there are, but yeah, it's coming, and it's going to be here before I know it. And I'm just fingers crossed that we get through at least these first few weeks and like find our groove, and the kids can move on, and who knows?
Yeah, totally. I mean, we're going to be tired though. We're going to be tired. We're going to be tired because it's a lot of repetition. It's don't do that. Yeah. Sit still. What about this? It's time to log on. What about, did you check no, you need to eat now because you have 15 minutes. It's going to be a lot of that.
Yes.
Wow. Running the dishwasher, putting the clothes away, sweeping the floor. If it's going to be anything like March through June, I mean, I was cool and I was a trooper, but I was exhausted. And towards the end, I was just like, I'm going to smack the shit out of somebody. This is crazy. It was hard. I'm not even going to lie. It was hard. So I just been mentally preparing for really hard. Because with the baby, it was like, okay, she's going to take some construction paper and draw a watermelon. Yeah. Whoop. It's not going to be the end of the word of shit. But this is actual school. She has to participate.
Yes.
I can't wing it with the baby now. She's in a real school.
Yeah. We'll get through it. I mean, God, look at homeschool moms. They do this all the time, and they have a million children usually.
And I would like to talk to them.
Doing a million things.
I would like to talk to them.
Yeah.
You mean like a Duggar Quiverful type of mom who homeschools?
Yes. Yeah, who like, homeschools and has like kindergarten through 9th grade.
And the thing is, homeschool children be smart as hell.
Yes.
Like they have life skills, but also know some shit. I'm like, what?
Right. Yeah, basically.
So I don't, big ups to them because I did it for 3 months and was like, what?
Oh yeah.
And then really.
They're laughing at us right now.
Oh, and then really found myself without a choice. So have to re-up for however long. We have until, they claim that we can do it now through December 1st, and then after December 1st we can decide whether or not we're going to send them back. But also sending them back is not a given. It could be you can contact them and say you would like to, but they would still need to make room for your child in that classroom.
Oh, interesting.
Which kind of doesn't make sense because it's room in that goddamn classroom because these tax dollars told me so. But it's fine. Yeah. But I see what they're saying. If they want to have a socially distanced small classroom setting, your kid just can't willy-nilly come back into the classroom. But having said that, they should have made it clear that they truly appreciate the people who have opted for remote. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And that was not where I live. People frown upon the remote learners. I'd be like,
oh, really?
Girl, I have to stay so far away from that Facebook group.
Well, I guess I don't understand why somebody would be upset. Like, everybody gets to choose what they want to choose.
Exactly. But there's a weird tone
Yeah.
in those Facebook groups where if you say, because one day I did, I released the Kraken and said, I said, okay, because somebody had a stank ass attitude, and I just replied like, okay, well, the reason why your child can safely go to school in a setting where there are fewer children in the classroom is because of the choice I make. So because I'm deciding to keep my child out of school for her own safety, for the safety of the community, and technically now for the safety of your child, instead of bitching and complaining, you should be thankful. Bitch, I did this. I gave you that gift. So don't.
Oh no.
I mean, I didn't say it like that. I mean, I said it like that, but I said it with, I like to
Nice.
I like to pop off with verbs and just fuck people up with vocabulary. So that was what I was in there doing. And I did that for a good week. And then I was exhausted at the end of that week.
See, I go into those groups and I just say stupid shit. Somebody was complaining about the lunch menu yesterday, and one mom was like, real quick though, can somebody explain to me what a walking taco is? And then there were all of these replies from other moms that were like, this is horrible. I can't believe they're offering this to our children. And I was like, hold up though. I was like, guys, a walking taco is delicious. Why are we shitting all over a walking taco? Granted, I don't want my kids having it for lunch, but a walking taco is amazing.
But what is a walking taco?
You've never had a walking taco? Oh, it's festival food. It's like there's different ways that you can do it, but the way that I've had it is, it's so good. You open a bag, like a small fun-size bag of Fritos, and you crunch them up, and then inside are like all of the toppings for a taco. So it's ground beef and lettuce and sour cream and cheese. Sometimes it's like, yeah. So you can like hold the bag and walk with it and eat it with a fork. It is heaven.
Oh, I want to walk it like I talk it with that taco. Walk it like I talk it. That sounds delicious. And they just stick a fork in there and then you just throw it away.
Yes. It's
what?
to die for. Yes.
Who would complain about that?
I know. I mean, to be fair, our lunch options are abysmal, which is shocking given the fact of where my children go to school. But this has been an issue for a very long time. This has always been a complaint on the parents board, but I guess parents were looking at the menu to decide if their child was going to buy or pack. And it's like pizza is offered too many times. What did they say? Tacos are offered too many times. There was some other complaint.
But the thing is, why are they complaining? They could literally just pack their child a bento box size healthy ass lunch and this problem is solved.
Exactly.
If you don't like the hot lunch that's offered, so don't motherfucking buy it.
Right.
If you don't want to have an abortion, don't goddamn have one.
That went very extreme. If you don't want a walking taco, don't let your child buy that day. If you don't want an abortion, don't have an abortion.
But I'm saying, these things they're complaining about are solvable.
Yes, but I guess not everybody. I don't know. My kids hate a school lunch unless there's something like they have their little things that they love and they'll ask to buy on that day. But after I went in to have lunch with them a couple of times and I saw what the options are, I was like, oh, no, we're gonna just pack full time.
I pack a lunch every day because I also get the lunch back and I can see what Maja did not eat. So if I know she's not eating my pack lunch, she's definitely not eating a hot lunch. So like my kid gets home and has second lunch before dinner because she just doesn't. She's not dealing with any of that. Like she needs her food hot and fresh in her. She's a little spoiled ass. Wow. Yeah. Well, see, you sound like you're actually kind of nice in the boards. I'd be in the boards stank. So.
Yeah. No, I can't. It's exhausting. It's too much.
I mean, I only just joined though. In my defense, I only just joined specifically because I needed information about coronavirus school. Yeah. And there are a few things where I just, I couldn't let them stand. Like one day they were all ganging up on this Indian man. And I was like, nah, motherfuckers, that's not what you gonna do in front of me. Because the Indian man was just like, I'm not understanding why we are participating in this experiment. We know that the disease is highly contagious. What about the grandparents? And he just went on and on explaining total common sense shit. And then all these moms were just like, well, first of all, Dennis, you have the option of remote learning if you want. So the rest of us can do what we want to do. And everyone's going to make their own choice. And you shouldn't. First of all, why are you getting defensive, bitch? He literally just said some fucking scientific facts, which is your child might be asymptomatic and get your grandmama sick. How are you going to be mad about that?
But I think the thing to remember, too, is that living in close proximity to or living with extended family is not something culturally that you see white people doing. It's not
right.
Like,
so what I had to do was let them know what they not gonna do to this little Indian man. Okay.
I love it. Yeah, I don't go into pick fights. I just go in to say
I don't pick a fight.
Stupid stuff.
And every time I've gone in there and said what I had to say, that thread usually dies that day. Which is how I like it. Don't reply back to me. Don't tap a heart. Don't give me a smiley face. Don't give me a thumbs down. I fucking dare you. Let this thread die. After I said what I said, the thread is over. God damn it. I stopped going in there though because Justin was like, "Babe, here's the thing."
They're like, "Who is this Melissa Beck and where did she come from?"
The funny thing is they're definitely doing that because I haven't been on the board. I've lived in this town since Shalom was 2. She's 11 now. I've never participated in anything school related. It must be like, my little, what do you call that? Immaculate Conception's just been going to school in this community this whole time without parents involved at all. So when you click on my name, it's the little black lady that just is blinking slow looking at y'all, judging. And then when it says my bio, that shit says, no thanks. So there is no information about me. It's just that lady in the Facebook group who's talking all the shit and kind of mean. But oh well, I don't like them ganging up on people. Especially when the whole group depends on...
Do you think we would be friends if we met in real life, like at a school drop-off?
I said no. I didn't even let you finish the question.
You didn't even let me finish the fucking sentence. Wow.
If we met at a... Okay, wait. Do we meet through online presence first? Like I knew who you were? Or I'm just meeting you at a... Let's paint the picture. You're dropping your kid off. What's happening next? And I'll tell you if I liked you or not.
I'm dropping my kid off. See, the problem is, though, is that I'm not staying to socialize. Like, I'm the mom that, like, walks in, drops the child, and makes a beeline for the parking lot. So there might not even be an opportunity for us to talk unless my child is interested in your child, and now I've got to reach out to you for a play date.
Okay, but see, that's the part of you that I would like. Usually when I see the mom that doesn't participate in conversation, I see her drop the motherfucker off and then doesn't even small talk or say hi to the other motherfuckers. And she's just, I'd be like, that lady got shit to do. I like that. And that's happened to me before. Actually, that's how I kind of became friendly with Claire. Claire has a son named Jake, and Maja had been asking about Jake. So there was no reason for me to ever really talk to anybody. I like to have... Dude, I used to be like so proud of myself. I'd be like, yes, didn't talk to anybody for 6 whole months. And Justin would be like, that's not cool at all. Maja had been asking about Jake, and I saw a couple women milling about in the lobby. Mm-hmm. And I was like, fuck, how would I know who Jake's mom is? So I just rolled into the middle of the lobby. I was like, excuse me. Which one of y'all is Jake's mom? And Claire turned around like she got in trouble. She went,
oh no.
She later when we talked about it, she's like, my body went cold. And I was like, what the fuck did my child do to this woman's child? God damn it. She turned around and I was like, my kid Maja likes your kid. So, maybe there's something we could do. She's like, okay, yeah. And just how she was taken aback and not really into it, but kind of like, okay. And she happened to be standing with Jen. So Jen and Claire moved from Brooklyn together to this town. So like they were built in. They were like a package deal. So you're not playing with one without playing with the other because they've been knowing each other since their kids were babies. So that's how we 3 connected.
Oh, okay.
But Jen is the friendly one of the 3 of us. Me and Claire be like, But if we need information or we need, an in with a particular thing, we'll be like, Jen, she's got it. She's so like we don't have to be misjudged because of our standoffishness because we have Jen as the face of the group. So if you were just walking fast and out, we would like that. I usually don't like the busybody mom who's friends with everybody. I don't like that shit. Mm-mm. And I don't do well in a group setting either.
Yeah.
Like 6 and 7 deep moms. I can't do it.
I can't either. But that's just my social anxiety.
Well, then how did you make mom friends?
How did I make mom friends? You know what? The moms that I have made friends with are specifically from like sports. So like if our kids have played sports together and my child really likes your child and they're getting along, then usually there's like some small chit chat that happens, like either at pickup from practice or when they're really little and you've got to stay. Karate, like one of the dads, I had his son on my soccer team and he is, they're Filipino. So they're here with Proctor.
Hey.
And I had his they're so cute. I had his little son. Oh my God, he was so tiny. I just wanted to like put him in my pocket. But I had him on the team. And so because he was always at practice, because his wife is the one that works, he would like help out and help me to like, cause I had 9 5-year-olds. It was a shit show. So the dads that brought their kids would help me out. And so we became friends. And then it turns out that his son and Bennett are in karate together and they're in the same class. So it's just kind of been like random, like I see you enough times or like we have a quick conversation. And
that is so interesting. And Claire has told me that before because Claire has 2 boys.
Yeah.
Mom socializing for boy moms is completely different than it is for girl moms. For girl moms, it seems like it's more wrought with all these other highfalutin ass decisions and what this girl does and who this girl hangs out with and who knows this mom and that mom. Boy moms just have a practicality as the foundation to what it is we're going to do. And then if the children get along and they like each other, that's just a bonus.
Yeah. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I never thought about that, but that is like of the people that I know at school, it's specifically because I coach their son in soccer or they're friends like with Bennett, but I probably know like as many dads as moms just because of that soccer connection, which is weird.
Yeah, see, because Claire is, and also boy mom, girl mom world doesn't really, like Claire will know of moms I've never heard of because their sons play whatever together. I actually am super out of the loop. So like anytime anybody has a comment on the Facebook group, I just call Claire or Jen and be like, who's that? Do we know her? Before I cuss her out? And they'll be like, just hey.
Is your district really big? Like how big are your kids' class sizes? Like in general, like the 6th grade, how many kids are in the 6th grade?
22 in a classroom? Oh, I don't know. I mean, I don't know how big. I don't be knowing all that. But it's a giant middle school, a giant high school, 2 elementary schools, and 1 kindergarten. It's like that.
Oh, wow. Okay. Yeah. So it's pretty big.
It's big, but it's also, this is a town where everybody knows everybody's business except mine. So.
Yeah. See, ours is really tiny. So it's like you almost can't, it's hard to not get sucked in because, I mean, for my kids, like whole entire class, like an entire 5th grade, it's probably 150 kids.
Oh, wow. Tiny.
It's tiny. Yeah.
Oh, no. Ours is big, but also the moms are very involved with each other. Yeah. I used to worry, like, Shalom's going to start being left out because I don't get involved in anything of the sort.
You don't, like, you've never done, like, room mom or anything like that?
Oh, no. That's Jen's job. Matter of fact, like, this is going to be the first year that Jen is not in my class, and I'm going to be lost without her. Jen is the ultimate class mom, and she's like my own personal class mom. I know it's gross to expect that of her,
Yeah.
but she she'll be like, she fills out those Google things. Melissa, September 22nd, you got to bring in sliced watermelon. Fine, thank you. I don't have to talk to nobody. I don't have to go into the form. I just know.
I was going to say, are you the mom that like always signs up for paper plates and napkins?
No, I'll sign up for the real shit. Sometimes I'll do the hard thing just because. Just to flex, Like
but then don't you have to come in like, I mean, because I always sign up for craft or game, and then you have to like show up and facilitate the activity. Do you not have to do that?
Oh no, we have that anyway, because you have to come. Well, you come 2 Fridays, because for Shabbat. So like sometimes your child is the Abba for the day.
Okay, what's that? Like a prayer?
Yeah. So on Shabbat, on Fridays, when your kid's the one that gets to lead the fucking shit, you got to come and do the whole thing, and you bring in a snack and you read a book and you go around the class and you hang out. Like, so you do that maybe, you have the opportunity to do that maybe like 3 or 4 times. You can also volunteer extra and read a story, but like I've been mystery reader before where I've brought Maja or Shalom to read to her little class.
Yeah.
And then, you go to the birthday celebrations. So there are times where I have to actually physically be in the classroom. But when you're doing that, it's a total, you're the mom that's doing it. It's not like you're with all the moms. And then there's like the class party when you're with all the moms. But I've been lucky and blessed because Jen and Claire have been in my classes. So I just go into my corner with them. Yeah. And I dip. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I spend my half hour with the people I actually know and like, and then I'm out of there.
Yeah.
So it's perfect.
Yeah.
And
See, that's...
And it was perfect for Justin, too, because Justin likes their husbands. Justin Beck does not go into a classroom setting, ever.
Oh, Chris loves to be the reader. Oh, my God. He loves to pick the book that all the kids are going to giggle at. He thrives. He loves going to lunch because he sits there and, like, teases the kids and, like, jokes around. Like, he lives for some, like, second grader attention.
Okay. Your husband is not normal. He's fabulous. What the fuck is going on? Justin Beck, I've asked him 1,000 times, could you bring your guitar in? Could you teach them a song? He's like, dude,
yes.
He wouldn't do, he can't, he's so shy and weird about that shit.
We had a musician dad in Quinn's kindergarten class, and during their poetry unit, their teacher brought him in and he helped the kids write a poem, and then he took it home and he set it to music. Then he came in with his guitar and the kids like got to learn how to sing the song to the music, and then they made a music video and a recording that they put on a CD. And then we lucked out because this little boy had a sister who was Bennett's age. So then when Bennett went to kindergarten, they got to do a whole new song. It was so cute. Justin, get on the page.
No, Justin did do that for a birthday party for Shalom. He wiles out. He did. For Shalom's 9th birthday, I think, we did a whole... Yeah. Each kid got a part. Each kid got headphones. Each kid got a shirt with their name on it. They got time to go into the recording booth. He divvied up. We rearranged the lyrics to include Shalom's name and her little friends. And then I was filming the whole day. I was on my feet the entire birthday party, which was 4 hours. Then we cut together a music video and sent it to all the moms. So like Justin is into that, but classroom shit, he is. No, he is. In fact, usually at every orientation, because he's not going to that either, I usually have to be like, my kids also do have a dad, because you're never going to see him.
That's funny.
You're never going to see him. And
Chris...
the teachers, for some reason, when Justin does make an appearance, they're like falling all over themselves. Oh my gosh, we've heard so much about you. We know you're in a band, your daughters. And I'll be like, no one greets me this way when I come. I'm over here bringing fucking thousands of tangerine slices that I personally did with gloves on. And no one says hi to me like this. This is crazy. He'll even just pick up for an emergency, like if I just can't do it, something bad happened to me, and maybe I fell down a well and he has to go get them. He'll be like, man, everybody's really nice. He's like, I don't understand what you're talking about. I picked her up and it was not a problem. Like, there was no problem in the hallways. I was like, okay. Because he's always getting on me. It's
the second time that you've referenced you falling down a well. Is this a fear?
Big time. Stairwells and wells in general. Like, I'm not... You...
You're going to have to like bring back out that baby Jessica photo because I think it appeared 2 weeks ago.
No, the reason why I'm scared of a well is because Mercy's ass, my dad was stationed in Korea, and Mercy's ass, whenever my dad would go and be stationed somewhere else, she would make us live true Filipino jungle life in the sticks. So like a 4-wall adobe hut where we would dress it with mosquito netting, even though we had a bomb-ass mid-century modern huge house on base. Why the fuck are we doing this? So we would go live in the fucking jungle with her family. And one time I went with my mom to the water well, as I'm sure his age. Went with my mom to the water well, and a rabid-ass fucking Doberman pinscher-ass dog mangled my whole ass leg, which I still have the scars. So I even just see a well, and I'm like, nah, I see a dog, and I'm like, nah, motherfucker, nah.
Oh, no.
Yeah. So when baby Jessica... How old were we when that happened? We were young when that happened.
Young.
But I remember being mesmerized. Like, oh. So it's like there are a lot of news stories that I have connected with over the years where I was, even as a young person, watched them, which is probably why I went to journalism school. Because I just.
Yeah.
So Jessica in the Well. Amy Fisher, Long Island Lolita. That was my shit. O.J. Simpson, which was everybody's shit.
Yeah.
A lot of major news stories. Oh, remember the missing baby Sabrina?
Yes.
That happened in Valrico, which is the town I grew up in.
So that's like your own personal hometown.
Oh, she knows she killed that baby.
Crime story.
Joan Benet Ramsey is my shit.
Yes. Yeah.
Love that one.
Yeah.
And I think that's probably how I got involved in like crime shit. I don't know. Really was just from a journalism slant, really. And then.
Yeah.
But anyway. Yeah, I don't. Wells.
No wells. Okay. Good to know.
Also
Noted.
bridges.
You don't love a bridge. No? Why? Did something bad happen on a bridge?
I just don't trust it. I don't trust it.
Yeah. Don't you have to, you have to take bridges to get from where you live into the city, right?
Yep, and I hate it. We just go on there and I just.
Yeah.
Like, when people always they'll take their phone and take a picture of you crossing the bridge. I can only do that if we're in the middleest lane. I don't want to do if we're in that edge lane.
Edge. See, I can do a bridge. I can't do a tunnel. I hate a tunnel.
Oof. A tunnel.
Because I start to think about being underground, underwater.
Yep. And you don't know what happens. Say you get stuck in the tunnel and you don't even know what's going on outside, and then you have no reception. No, homie. Nope. Nope. And also, there's something wrong with Aunt Diane. Sometimes I be thinking, damn, my brain could just snap this minute and I take this wheel and go right over the edge, and everybody will be asking questions forever. What happened to Melissa that day? She just drove over the edge of the bridge, and I won't be alive to say, bitch, my brain just snapped. There was no reason.
That was such a crazy story.
I love
that. Or how about the lesbian moms that drove off the cliff with their kids in the car?
Those evil bitches that had that little boy hugging cops. And I remember when that cop hugging picture came out.
Yep, I do too.
I remember thinking something is very wrong with this. Why is this is very weird. Who took the picture? Why is the child crying like this? Who the fuck has a fedora for a baby? They were just
me. Oh. I had fedoras for my baby.
Oh my god,
it's so cute.
Okay, hold on.
In a bow tie.
Let's go
and
back.
A fedora.
Let's go back. So you're the mom. You dropped off the child in a fedora, and then you ziplined to your car. You beeline to your car in the parking lot.
Yes.
We ain't friends.
I think I'll have to dig it up, but I definitely have a picture of Bennett in a tie and a fedora, looking very adorable. The child loves an accessory. Yes.
I think there does exist one picture of me in a fedora, because I think I went through dumbass J-Lo wore this one giant blue felt fedora one time, and I don't know why I thought that I could do that shit. So there does exist.
It was like probably what, 2000, 2001?
Something, you know, if you around that time.
Yeah. Oh,
and
yeah.
I just thought I was cute, bitch. And I was also very famous at that time. So I was like, ooh, let me wear this fedora and be photographed. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I can't do a hat. Unless it's a ball cap, I can't do a hat.
And the thing about hats is you'll like them on someone else.
Of course.
You'll be like, wow,
always.
you look stylish as shit, bitch. And then you'll try it and you look dumb than a motherfucker.
There's a woman on our community Facebook, like, buy, sell, trade group, and she bought this really expensive straw boater's hat. And I was like, bitch, nobody's buying your hat. Like, it doesn't matter that it's new with tags. That's a dumb fucking hat. Nobody's buying your hat.
And the thing is,
not for $100.
The hats are so dumb. I can't think of a hat that's not dumb.
No, I can't either.
But
the only people that wear hats are bloggers and Instagram influencers.
Do you remember?
I never see
a
hat in the
wild. You remember that hat that came from Zara and it was a beanie, but then for some reason they dipped the beanie in like a foil, so it was it was like glittery but like hard.
Yes.
There were moms wearing that hat last winter, and I was like, "Are y'all for real right now?"
I hate the beanie when it like really just kind of like lifts off the top of the head.
That's how they were wearing it.
And gross.
That's how they were wearing it. Oh no. Yes.
Uh-oh.
I'll take them out when I'm done. I'm gonna put them back. What do you need? Someone's being rude to you? Go ask her to tell her to give you water now. Okay. Shut the door.
That little wobbly. Okay.
She's so crazy. Yeah, hats no. What's the other hat?
Absolutely not.
Ugh. And then like you think you can do it, but you can't. The bucket hat with the 2 strings.
Oh no, absolutely. I would not even try. Nope.
See, I like it for coronavirus. See, because it feels safe and covered. Like a beekeeper ass shit.
Uh-huh. Yes, Lennox. What's up? Yes. You know what? I think it's probably time we gotta go.
Yep.
Okay? Can you be quiet so I can say goodbye? Thank you, sir. He's like,
I'll talk to you later. So you're gonna kick that music on.
Yeah, for sure.
Okay, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right. Thank you for listening. Now here is the outro part where I tell you what to do. Fridays, we have an all-new episode every night at midnight, and if you follow along on our Instagram, there's an interactive Instagram story where we provide visuals. We're the first in the game to do that, so I don't know if you're listening to other podcasts that start acting like they've been doing that, but we did that shit first. And then Mondays, you can meet us back here on Instagram for our Monday Night Live, where Amanda and I come on and we talk about what you just heard in this show, or, you know, whatever happens in the chat. We have a lively group of fellow stranger friends who also take the Monday Night Live party back on out to Facebook, where you can join our private community. Facebook has a private community, and Amanda and I do sometimes jump in there from time to time, and that's Imperfect Strangers Podcast. You can obviously find us on Instagram at instagram.com/imperfectstrangers_podcast. You can read our tweets. I don't really be tweeting that much, but sometimes I do. Imperf Strangers, that's IMPERF Strangers. And there's a newsletter you can sign up for. Hit us up in the link there. As always, we love your ratings and your reviews. reviews. You can leave them for us on Apple Podcasts. And here's a new way you can connect with us. Apparently on Anchor, you can record us a little voicemail review of the podcast, and we'll get it, and we'll make it a little part of our Instagram page. So if you want to go there and leave us a little voicemail and tell us that you like the show or not. Well, if you say you don't like the show, we ain't gonna post that shit. But I'm saying, you can do that. We'd love that. As always, thank you so much for all of your support. We have merch. You can buy shirts. They're in a bundle of two. One's my face, one's her face. You can wear them while you're listening to the show, while you're cleaning. You can wear them to the Monday Night Live. We appreciate all of it. Everything that you do to spread the word about this works so nicely in our favor, and we thank you so much again for listening and liking all our stuff, clicking them hearts. Thank you, and we'll see you again next week. Bye.